All right. We should be set up and ready to go. Everything should be in order. I believe the starting grid is correct. As I would like to welcome everybody to the official start of round number 1 of 22 of the 2020 ISCRO Sunoco Pro Series here at Rowe, Gatineau, starting the year off. Finally, this is the duels here to decide the starting grid at the opener. Rowe Gatineau, a track that's treated us pretty well the last few years. Had some great action, some great battles, and a great finish 2 years ago between Roush and Brock. Roush on the front row. He will not be competing in the duels. He is already locked in. As we arrive here today, I'm doing it alone. Here in the booth, no one else joining me today as we are here. Oh boy, the year's finally getting underway. It's been a long break having to get a whole new set of cars painted because of moving to the Gen 2 car, and finally, we're here. Long time coming. But we're going to be going in, hoping for a good race here today. This is Duel 1 of 2. It's a 7-lap shootout. 5 laps seemed a little too short, 10 laps seemed a little too long, 7 seems just right. Oh yeah, let me pop out the chat so I can see. Saying, can I talk to you guys? Yep, there we go. All right. Here, Duel 1 of 2 here at Rowe Gatineau. This is a 21 card field, if I'm correct, for the first of 2 duels. Second one being 20 because we have an uneven field. Not a big deal. On pole position for Duel 1, qualified P3 in the qualifying session. That is Alexander Rowe. Rowe, coming off of a P4 in the championship last year, still has not gotten a title to his name, but he's come close a few times in his career. And starting on pole in his duel is definitely a good start to the year. He's just got to pull together a good result to get himself near the front of the grid for the actual round of Canada later this week. But Rowe has, oh boy, Rowe's known for his pretty big inconsistencies, but he has won here before a few years in the past, back when he drove the 87. And now that he's in the 47, we'll see if he can pull it off again. On the outside of him, Alex Benjako, or it's actually the inside, but the outside is the preferred line into the first few corners. So Rose lines up on the outside, but Alex Benjako, who got pole position at the opener last year at Golden State Motorsports Park, and now Benjako sits on outside pole here in his duel, did not qualify in the front row. Talk about them in a minute, but Benjako started his year off well last year and ended up having a great year. He's trying to start his year off well this year, and hopefully he can get yet another good year after his breakout year back in 2019. On row 2, Tyler Faber. Faber had a great year last year as well. Wasn't fantastic, I would say, but it definitely was a good year. The driver of the 35. He's just been known for very nice consistency throughout the field, and he's going to try to show it again here this year, starting in 3rd place in his duel. On his outside, or on his inside, the reigning champion Cordell Paulson, now with Lipton full time with the 83 for Maverick Wolf Racing. Paulson, the first ever 2-time Sunoco Pro Series champion, and is looking to try to go for the 3. Oh boy, I'm not sure if he can get it this year. The competition is a lot more steep than it was last year against Maverick, with Roush being an A+ team now, and with them having someone, well, the guy who's on pole position in the actual race as he's locked in, being probably his biggest threat this year, but we'll talk about that, like I said, in just a minute. On row 3, Grace Takayoma moving from the 45 to the 54 as Audra Baranowskis left the team, was poached by another team, and Takayoma taking a lead role at the team in her sophomore year. Probably not a position she wants to be in just in her sophomore year. She's not the one who's getting tutored anymore. She's got to run this team. She's got to bring it to the top. But a P5 in her duel on the starting grid. Had a pretty decent qualifying, hoping to bring it together here today. On the inside, being in 6th place, this is Kyle Schack Jr., a rookie here this year. Kyle Schack Jr. moving up from the Light Series after a pretty great year last year. It started off a lot better than it ended, but it was still a good year. He's got Nintendo by his side in the 21 for Ditech. And on the row behind him, his teammate Milo Ryback in his sophomore year with Ditech Motorsports. It was a great rookie year. It was a great rookie year for Milo Ryback. He came out and he showed why he was the reigning PLS champion. And now he comes out here today hoping to fully pull together a good year in that 29 and show that he can run with his teammate Roman Rahal, who we'll talk about in Duel 2. Behind him, Sean Angel for Trailblazer Motorsports, staying with that team as they stay with BMW into Gen 2. And Angel, new teammate, but is also an old teammate this year. Wolfstein von Schaefer gone, so Angel really out here trying to run the team. Despite who his teammate is, I would definitely consider Angel the team leader. He's definitely a lot more comfortable in this car than I would say his teammate is, with how much he's been at this team over his career. And Angel had a bit of a blip last year. Wasn't a great year, but he's hoping for a good one this year after an amazing year 2 years ago in 2018. Then behind him, Paul Jackson. We're going to try to speed this up a little bit. Paul Jackson, P2 in the championship last year. Real big question marks around this guy. New sponsor this year. Dropped peak antifreeze for NTT Data. Got a new scheme this year, but there's been a lot of rumors just the last few years that he might leave the team. He's staying solid with the team this year, but who knows what could happen next year. He could stay, he could leave. Many things could happen with the driver of the 10, but he is always one of the biggest threats out here. Behind him, Willie D, coming off of a P3 in the championship. All 3 of the top 3 in the championship last year in Duel 1. None of them locked themselves in to the front row of the grid, so they're all going to have to fight through. William Brock, P2 in the championship 2 years ago, had a terrible year. His worst year to date in his career. The first time he's ever finished outside the top 10 in a season in his 8-season career. And Brock just really hoping to turn around. His first year with Dodge wasn't amazing. There's rumors going around that he could be trying to make the move back to Chevrolet at the end of this year if it doesn't go well, but he's sticking with Dodge for this year. Behind him, Shane Vincent, into his 3rd year in the Pro Series. He ain't no real young gun anymore. He's slowly become a veteran, and he's proven it. He's gotten so close to a top 10 in points these last 2 years, and he's hoping to fully pull it together this year. Has Fastenal by his side once again, and is hoping to put together a top 10 points finish. But it all starts here. Vince Freeze. Oh boy, there's a lot going around about Vince Freeze. Freeze is looking to be a pretty prime threat this year for some good finishes, despite being in a rank C. Obviously not for the championship, but for some great finishes, we could definitely see Vince Freeze near the top. Nick Pericles in the 37 going full-time. Welcome back, Nick Pericles, to the full-time grid, as he'll be competing here in the duels for Southeast Motorsports. Not a very well-funded team, but hoping for some good action out of that team after his great performances in the PT Cup last year. Zachary Fitzwater Sr., he's back. 2-year hiatus due to illness, and he returns to the grid once more as the 2013 champion is back in action. Lots of question marks around this guy and the guy who's sitting directly behind him on the grid, but Fitzwater hoping to bring back that magic, that fire that he had a few years ago, and to bring his team back to glory, alongside Sean Ard coming off of an amazing rookie year. Ard, he came in and we expected him to do good, and boy did he deliver. He's the only member of Fitzwater Australia with owner's points, and it's owner's points that he earned himself. These are his own owner's points from last season, and he's going to try to bring them through for some good results this year. Ard is looking to be the guy to bring Fitzwater Australia to fame, and I bet he could do it. Behind him, Benoit Levervine, the crazy Frenchman, returns to the grid with Cheese Balls as his sponsor this year in the 7. With Wolfstein gone, Benoit returns. One of the fastest guys on the grid when he really gets going, but didn't have a good qualifying. We'll see how he can do in this race. He is locked in. We don't have to worry about him. Morgan Fuller in the 53. It's only a 2-car Bavarian this year, as we mentioned in preseason testing. as it's just Fuller and Takayoma trying to bring it through. Lots of doubts with this team, but we've seen Fuller bring up some big sparks in the past. If she can pull it through this year and get a good year going, I could see Fuller being a very, very good driver for the future. Bobo Jones alongside. Bobo Jones, man, it's been up and down for him. Ever since he came in, he's always been in a low-tier car. He's always sometimes performed, sometimes isn't. He's kind of a mixed bag. But Red Stallion has confidence in him. The Roush program, now that they're under Ford, has confidence to keep him around in that 07. And they're hoping for a good finish out of him this year. Maybe for some owners' points. You never know. Philip Scott near the back of the grid. Southeast, no owners. Pericles or Scott have no owners. So they really need to perform today if they want to get into the opener. And they're two drivers who are known for being able to do really well. Scott and Pericles have 6 or more wins under the name apiece, I think. Actually, I think Pericles has 5. Scott has 6 or 7. But I think it's 7 for Scott. But between them, it's more than 10 wins in their careers. And we fully expect good things out of them. It was just a poor qualifying. And at the back of the grid, it's Mark Nutt for Freeze Racing Team, the privateer entry. He is full-time this year, making his rookie season, but a terrible qualifying. But he has owners. He was able to receive the 41's owners from Full Frontal Motorsports because Brock woke up and chose violence and decided chaos was the option we were going to get and gave the owners to Freeze. So Mark Nutt doesn't have to worry about locking in despite how bad of a qualifying he had. So he's just going to try to rest up, get some experience in this car, and get ready for the race. That is your grid for duel number 1 as we will get ready to go here at Road Gatineau. Okay, I did time that. No mechanical issues. It's going to be a 7-lap shootout to decide who's going to be lining up behind the top 2, being Roush and Anderson. Anderson on pole. It's a Roush front row lockout, but here we are. Duel number 1. As Alexander Rowe will lead it down to the green flag. The first race of the 2020 season. Here, duel number 1 of 2. Here at Road Gatineau, we are finally green in 2020. And what a start from the outside. That preferred lane for Rowe really coming through as Rowe and Faber both get out front. And they are going to try to run away with this. Faber came home with a podium here 2 years ago. He knows how to drive this track as well with Rowe. So I think these two could have a great battle here today as Ryback making some moves back there. As we come out of the hairpin for the first time, we head up the hill and into the hairpin where Vladimir Petrov and Paul Jackson made contact last year. We are side by side for the lead. Faber, a huge dive, a huge run. Benjako trying to defend from Ryback behind. Jackson, huge progress on the start. He's into the top 5. Big dive from Ryback. Faber gets the lead. Now Rowe and Ryback fight for second. Jackson on Benjako for 4th. Benjako and Jackson now not manufacturer teammates as Shock Allison, now the head of Mazda. As contact, Benjako around. Jackson's got damage, and your pole sitter from last year, he doesn't have to worry about being locked into the event, but that is going to set him back a lot for trying to win the opener here in Gatineau. Mark Nutt is in the grass. Bobo Jones, not a good start. He is not locked in. He needs a lot to get himself into this opener, but it's Faber, Rowe, Ryback, Jackson, and Paulson versus Angel for the edge of the top 5. Sean Angel also doing very good for himself. Where are the people not locked in? Bobo Jones not locked in. He's in a terrible spot right now. Philip Scott not in a good spot. Oh, big dive for Duncan on Vincent. Oh, he didn't quite get there though. He's going to try to cross back. What a battle between Duncan and Vincent for position back here. Duncan wants to move. Fitzwater not locked in. Pericles not locked in, but he is doing very well for himself early. Freeze is locked. Angel's locked. Paulson, Jackson, Ryback, Rowe, and Faber, all these people locked as Faber leads the first lap here at Gatineau. Your fastest lap on the first lap was Ryback. He was your quickest by about 0.3 over the guy right behind him, Paul Jackson. He's got right side damage, but I don't think that seems to be affecting him at all. Jackson seems to be okay with that damage. Well, like, I would not blame Jackson for that exactly. I believe that was just more of a racing incident. Both drivers just going a little hard trying to get position here, while Rowe now challenges Faber once more. This battle as we head up the hill. Oh, that was a lap 1 mechanical. Or was that actually there on, or was that actually when I was testing? That might have been there when I was testing. If that affects him, I'll restart, because that would be technically a lap 1 mechanical, and we don't do that around here. But if it doesn't affect him, we'll just keep going. We'll see. We'll see if that's actually applying to this one or not. Rowe now around the outside of Faber, and we'll put the block on Faber. Going to keep the pressure on as they head up the hill. I do not know if that mechanical issue was this or the last test I did. Find it out. Kalshak Jr. in the pits with damage. Where did Kalshak Jr. get that damage? Kalshak Jr. got damaged somewhere. Oh, he was dumped by Ard! Oh, that's something. Oh boy, Ard, not a way you want to start your season. And Kalshak Jr. gets dumped into the pits, and Ard is gonna have to answer to the stewards already this season. It is a little too early in the season to be answering to the stewards, but he's gonna have to. We return back to action. Rowe and Faber. Still battling it out front. Ryback just trying to keep the 10 behind him. Paulson, Angel, Freeze has made up a lot of positions since the start. He is doing very well for himself. Yeah, there are some people back here who should have pace. Like even Scott, I would expect to have some pace right now. But all these people back here seem to have stalled out a little bit. Ard, ooh, a little on the edge there. Scott running it wide. That's going to lead Ard down his inside. Maybe even Duncan as well. But no, Duncan going to push Scott. And instead, both of them will go by the 27. Duncan down the inside of the 43. He's finally trying to find a way to push through. Ard, don't do it again. I was about to say there was going to be a problem if you did that again. Scott versus Duncan as they head down the front straight. Look back at the front. Jackson all over the back of the 29. That damage on the right side does not seem to be affecting him. I do not believe Jackson cares about that damage. Instead, oh no, he's not quite going to go after him yet. He's going to relax for now. Jackson not rushing it too much. And as they head up the hill, is Jackson going to strike here? The hairpin, where he struck against Petrov last year, and this is where they made contact. Jackson knows not to get too aggressive if he doesn't want to cause, well, he didn't cause that incident. That was more of a racing incident last year, but if he doesn't want another incident to happen, and no, yeah, Jackson's being very cautious. Too early in the year to be ultra aggressive, and it seems that Jackson knows that well. He is staying very patient with Ryback. And doesn't seem like Ryback's putting on too big of a block on him either. They seem to be playing very nice with each other. Duncan around the outside of Scott. Maybe going to try to put on the block there as Scott continues to retaliate as they go up the hill. Benjako has caught the rear of the field again with massive rear end damage. So Benjako not done yet. He still wants to fight. Now Jackson getting aggressive. Pushes it in the second hairpin as they head down the hill. The fight for third. This would be the fight for either 7th or 8th, depending on the better fastest lap. Fast lap belongs to Vince Freeze at a 2:19.8. Freeze, I said he would be fast, and he is. He's moved his way into 7th, and he's closing on these guys as Angel trying to launch on Paulson for 5th. Ryback defends the 10. How is the battle between Duncan and Scott? Duncan was able to emerge victorious and is in a little bit cleaner air now, so he can start going ahead. towards Shane Vincent. Maybe they could start an amazing battle like they did before. 3 wide through the left-hander. Oh, they almost wrecked there. Takayoma shuts the door on the 07. Ard pushing the 54. You are being too aggressive, my friend. It is duel 1 of race 1 in the year. You do not need to be this aggressive, Ard. And Takayoma not looking fast. That ruined her run. That contact ruined the run of the 54. Ard is being way too aggressive. And there's Benjako finally returning to the pack on lap 4. How's the front looking? Faber. It seems that people are lowering down their aggression. And it did matter. Okay. Never mind then. There's the coolant leak. So the coolant leak was in this one. Good to know. So the coolant leak was in this one and not my last one. All right. So that's a restart. What first attempt? All right, attempt number 2. Try this again. Benjako's back at the front. Ard is back out of the steward's office. And we're going to try this again, attempt number 2, and Argo Burr. And we are green, and a much better start this time out of Benjako. Oh my god, that was... All right, attempt number 3, boys. Attempt number 3. I can already see it. There's no way they make it through turn 1. There's no way you make it through turn 1. What? There is no way you made it through turn 1. Takayoma off the track. Is she gonna wreck? No, stayed off the wall. I guess we're good? There's no way. We're good. We are good as we head up the hill. Oh my god. There is no reason why that should have worked. There is no reason why that turn 1 should have worked. But Benjako now off to a much better start than last time. But Faber, huge launch. Paulson, huge launch. And we're 3 wide for the lead on lap 1. Oh no, don't go 3 wide into the chicane. Okay. You go 3 wide into the chicane, you're asking for death. And we won't be going 3 wide into the chicane anywhere. Oh, Takayoma! Saved it! Oh, nice job, Takayoma. Nice job. And here we go. It is Benjako versus Paulson up the hill. Faber in 3rd, Rowe in 4th. Oh, Faber through the middle! Don't do that! Don't do that! Oh my god, that's a restart. Oh no, that's a restart. That is a restart if I've ever seen one. Yeah, there we go. I want to see that again though. That was, oh, imagine if that happened in the actual race though. Imagine if that happened in the actual race. My god, Faber. I don't think I've ever seen someone try that before. And then just Takayoma and Fuller. That's a teammate. Knew we weren't going to make it. I'll go into Steward's office. I left earlier because no one was there, but I'll go into Steward's office. Join on aid. Get in here. I'll wait for you. I just left Steward's office because no one was coming. There we go. I put up the stream for you so you can actually see what's going on. Faber.
This has been a very clean.
I mean, the first one was fine until Jackson's fuel fucking coolant leak decided to go off. I was fine with that attempt, but no.
I don't think you were very cool with that attempt.
All right, I am kicking you from the call. It was nice having you in the booth, Aiden. All right, so attempt number 3 then. Or try it again. As we are green once more, this time it's attempt number 4 incoming. That's a 4 wide. They're not going to make it work a second time in a row, are they?
That'd be pretty sick.
Shock is going for it. Oh my god, Paulson. Oh, right back off the track. We're actually going to keep it clean.
Line that doesn't exist.
He actually made it work.
God.
Slide job! Oh, leader spawn. If nope, word reset. If Faber went through clean, I would have kept it. If Faber went through clean, I would have kept it, and then Fitzwater just pile drived him.
That was a terrible accident.
Welcome back to NR being NR. It's not this bad in testing, but that's just the NR way. But yeah, if everyone got through that, I would have let it go. But nope.
They apparently can't hear me. That's okay. I'll be a
Takayoma, you are in the grass. Get out of the grass. The grass. She's not getting out of the grass.
I don't think you understand racing lines, Connor.
And there she goes. Bad line in turn 1 out of Takayoma. Back on the track. Get back on the track. Get back on the track. All right, Takayoma not starting her season off very well.
I don't think that was a very good racing line.
I don't think it was either. Benjako going up the hill.
Mitchell told me Ayo pizza. I actually had pizza today, but that's besides the point.
Nice. As Benjako leads into the hairpin for the first time, Angel's about to make a huge dive. Oh, maybe on Paulson? No, just on Rowe. And I don't think even he's gonna get that one. Not a good dive bomb.
Might even lose a spot.
If you can make the outside work here, it's fine. Okay, well, he didn't make it work very well, but that's
still pretty cool.
As we head up the hill for the first time, Takayoma already trying to catch back up.
Fitzwater's trying to make it 3 wide.
Don't go through the middle. Don't go through the middle. Okay. And into the hairpin. The second of the 2 hairpins as we head down the hill. It has been Benjako, Faber, Paulson, Rowe, and Angel, your top 5. There's a move back here that was not successful. Shock tried to go on Duncan. Did not have the momentum down the hill.
Just thought of something. So,
oh, off the track goes Charles Shock Jr.
Holy
Saves it. All right.
So Fitzwater has been kind of rusty lately, and I need to know if oxygen has been in his life.
Takeyoma's already making a move.
That was the dumbest fucking sentence ever made. Ever said.
Yeah, I didn't even reply to it. Like, don't worry about it. Takayoma now. Already making moves. Already back in the pack. That's honestly impressive. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. I don't know how to make him louder. He's on max volume.
I am fiddling Kyle's ears, but
like there, max volume. All right. So, lap number 2. Faber, is he gonna go for it here? Maybe. Oh, he's going to try to get it in there.
going on the inside.
Not quite. Benjako's going to keep hold of that. Yes, he is maxed out. His volume is maximum. Faber, is he going to be close enough to go for it in the first hairpin, though? I don't think he is. Oh, he's going to late break, though. And give him a bump. No, he braked that super late in there. Contact out of the corner. And now they're side by side into the chicane.
I think it has to do with some audio thing because I'm just basically audio to you.
And
probably turned off, but it doesn't matter. I don't really care.
Up the hill. Faber tried to get it on Benjako there. Benjako continues to fight back up the hill, and Paulson, through this, is closing back in. Benjako is putting up a fight to try to get on the second row of the grid. Faber wants to make it a top 3 sweep for the team, though. Podium sweeping the qualifying would be amazing for Roush, but contact again! Paulson is the fastest lap, but we're about to get all that changed as we're coming to the end of lap 2, and actual fast laps are coming through.
Insanely aggressive.
And we have an instant Vince Freeze and Bobo Jones. They were not near each other. How did this happen?
Oh,
It was out of the hairpin. Oh, he way overshot that. Yeah, Freeze overshot the corner there. And into the wall he goes. He's going to rebound into Boba Jones, isn't he? Yes, he is! Oh,
huge hit. Oh my god.
big hit.
Just killed his car.
And that's not going to be good for them. And Benjako off the track. Condand! Oh my god, are we about to fucking restart again? God. Fucking. Oh, wait, no. Are they all going to get out of this? Hold on. Wait. Benjako's out. Paulson's out. Rowe's out. We're good.
They saved it.
They actually saved it. I don't know how they saved the cars. All 3 of them. Usually when someone spins there, they get beached. Paulson is hurt and limping.
That was.
But it is the duels. Everyone's trying to push hard.
That was just the 17 getting wide, and that's probably from the earlier contact.
All 3 of them are locked in. They don't have to worry about that. That gave a lot of free spots to specific people, like Nick Pericles, who has been absolutely pushing through the field, trying to lock himself in, and I think right now he's in a great position to do so.
Not only that, that gives Faber a massive lead.
Yep, Faber way out front now. Sean Angel next in line. As I see Shock Jr. trying to defend from Vincent and Ard back here. Benjako slotted back into line and is now trying to fight with Ard and company. Rowe is back on the tail end of the field. Paulson didn't pit. I thought he was limping, but apparently he wasn't. He just needed to get his footing. Faber now. With Angel closing in, actually. Angel sees the opportunity.
Great exit.
Yeah, Angel is going to really tear it up the hill. And here comes Nick Pericles for 4th. Oh, no, wait. Ryback already got him for 4th. And now he's trying to take it back. Jackson just silently watching behind. Maybe going to strike here. Pericles a little wide. Oh, yeah. Angel is tearing it up. Duncan had your fastest lap, though, earlier. Oh.
Caught up.
They all caught up. And just like that, Faber is not the fastest guy out here.
But he is probably the most aggressive, which is going to be interesting to watch.
Faber isn't that aggressive, though.
Faber recently in this race has been very aggressive.
Although, then again, none of these 3 are known for being aggressive at all.
Again, Faber's been really aggressive specifically in this race.
Although you look behind, Pericles isn't known for being not aggressive, but also not known for being aggressive. Jackson, Ryback, and Shane Vincent can tend to be aggressive. They're not people who back down. And we are halfway. Yeah, we should probably get a replay of... Wait, maybe not. Wait, give it a second. Sean Angel. Oh, trying to get Trailblazer on the second row. Ryback versus Jackson back there. Jackson trying to get the spot away from Ryback and try to drag race him up the hill, and I think he's got it. But I think Ryback's going to have easy space to just retaliate. But I'm worried about this, because I think Angel's going to go for it here. Break late.
Oh, late pass attempt.
Yep.
That was amazing.
No contact, though. Angel, like said, not known for being aggressive. And
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, such a clean, beautiful pass. And Sean Angel is into the lead. Yeah, Angel's definitely carrying because Benoit... Well, Benoit's not exactly fast, and he's probably only 11th because of the wreck that happened. Even that, Benjako got back through him with damage and is now going after the Fitzwaters. Benjako is trying to get back up there. He's fighting. But yeah, let's see what happened between them. I do want to see what happened between the 17... Oh, he actually lost spots for a bit, but he's actually trying to get it back. Because I saw... Yeah, coming into here... Benjako ran it wide. Rowe tried to dive, not realizing that Benjako was going to be running wide. Normally, this would have been a fine scenario between these two. Rowe would have jetted around the outside and everything would have been fine. If it wasn't for that. Benjako came right back in. And all three of them would go off. And normally, this would have been a restart because someone would have beached. 90% of the time, someone beaches when you go out there, but none of them did. All three got back on track. I would say it's more of a racing incident. Rowe went for a gap thinking it was going to be... Where are you going there, Paulson? Rowe went for a gap thinking it was only going to be side by side, and then Benjako ran it wide, and that just was bad timing for all of them.
Yeah, that was just a terrible place at a terrible time for all three of those people.
But now Sean Angel pretty much handed a good position here. Nick Pericles, I think, is going to be able to qualify his way in. I think fourth is pretty much guaranteed to be enough, actually. With how many people are not locked in the second one, I think fourth would pretty much guarantee his spot in the race.
Oh,
No.
Someone did come back around. Someone did come back around with Jackson.
Oh no, Ryback's been falling. Ryback is not fast right now. And
I thought Jackson was side by side with him.
No, Ryback has been slow.
Has he?
Yeah.
Thought I saw them
And
side by side.
no, actually, I can pretty much guarantee. I can guarantee if Pericles finishes where he is, with the amount of people that have to race their way in the next one, he is pretty much guaranteed in. If he can stay in P4. Pericles will get Southeast their first full-time start. As for Scott, yeah, he's not doing so good. Paulson's caught the back of the field again. Rowe is on the back of the field again. And, oh my god, that's probably the restart. Yeah, NR, please. NR, please. For the love of God, NR. Whenever I live stream, man. Whenever I live stream something, NR is like, ooh. You want Rex, you say? We'll give you Rex. No, we're not, Duncan. Yeah, we were close. We were fucking close. And if it wasn't for that wreck between... Well, actually, if it wasn't for the wreck between Benjako, Paulson, and Rowe, this wouldn't have even happened. Because Benjako would have still been at the front. Yeah, NR is saying no to the duels. Not much we can do but restart this. And Duncan, this is why I said when the duels are done to how long our live stream's going to take. NR. No, it was Benjako. But you and Benjako got... Are you doing it again, Takayoma? Just slip in. Just... There is free space on the right side. Just go onto the track surface. Oh, they did. Oh, they didn't. Welcome back, boys. Oh, I did rigorous testing of this track just to be sure that it wouldn't do this, and it did it anyway. The NR 2003 experience. The NR 2003 experience for you. I don't think anyone got a good start there. No one got off the line. Except for maybe Paulson back there, who's going to launch on the pole sitter from like P5. Benjako and Faber fight for the lead at the front. And as we come through turn 1, no 4 wides. And Faber and Benjako begin their battle for the lead. Again. Oh, Ryback. Oh, I saw that. Oh, that you actually made that work. Right. Impressive, actually. That was really impressive. He launched on like 3 people and got all of them. Yeah, Rowe did not start well. Benjako crosses over on the 35. As we head up the hill, we're going to have a battle for the lead into the hairpin. Go. And he should get this easy. Angel's back. Angel did not want to give up the lead from the last attempt. Oh, Faber's back. Oh, the block out of Benjako, and that's going to hold up the whole line with that checkup, which means everyone's here. Ryback, don't do it. Ryback, don't do it. Ryback, don't. Stay in line. You're fine. Just Ryback. I swear to God, don't. Okay. He got close to going for it there. Benjako gets the lead. Faber in the grass, not a good run down there, and that's why you stay in line, Ryback, because now you got a good spot, but we are 2 by 2 into the chicane. This could go bad. Oh, contact there, but we are good. Good. Oh, shock off the track. And there's the first incident. No restart, but as one car spins are fine in the duels, these happen. And I think he might beach it. I think he might. He's trying. Come on, just get to the grass, get to the grass, get to the grass, get the grip, get the grip, get the grip. There he goes. And he's back on the track, finishing up lap 1. It is Alex Benjako. What happened there between Shock Jr. and Shane Vincent? I saw that Shane Vincent was the other car. Oh. Oh! It was Angel! They might have been fine if Angel wasn't going half speed. And, yep, Shock tried to go to the right to panic. And, yeah, Shane was already on his rear end. Angel had run wide and was going, like, half speed through the fucking... Yeah, not much you can do about that, huh? Not much you can do about that. Shock's AI had to panic to the right to not hit Angel, and that just happens. Angel made a mistake, and Shock had to pay the price, but here we go. Takayoma's been all over the place in these attempts. Now trying to get into the top 5. Really big launch in the 83. Kind of uncomfortable of a launch, but got there. And up the hill, Faber wants the spot back on the 17. Oh, are you going to bump and run him here? Oh, he bumps, but he's not running. He backs off. He backs off. Okay. Faber decides that it was just not worth it to do it there. 3 wide. Yeah, all right. Someone's dead. There's no way. You can't go 3 wide. You can't go 3. Fitzwater's screwed. He's screwed. Oh, he backed off just in time. Oh, Fitzwater. Oh, he backed off just in time to not die there. Last second, decided not to commit to that. Thinking on his feet. Fitzwater backed off at the last second. That saved him. Sometimes the AI just doesn't back off in there, and they go 3 wide into the chicane, and someone flips, like, every time. All right. Jackson versus Takayoma. as we head down the hill. Is Jackson going to run wide here? No, just not a great line overall, but isn't going to run wide. Just going to give the position back to Takayoma. And we're back in this order. Head third shock. Didn't pit. He's trying to salvage something. Hi, Downey. We're on attempt like... No, we're on attempt like 5 of the first one. Let's see. Benjako. Coming down to take lap 3. So far, so good for Benjako. He's actually getting out into clean air. Faber is losing the back of him a little bit. Like I said, Benjako really wants to get back near the front of the grid on the opener because he was the pole through, but that was a terrible line. Oh. Yeah, and Faber's just going to catch right back up with that. Crossover? Crossover? Nope. Paulson did not go for the crossover there. Damn, I wanted to see an epic crossover moment. Fitzwater. Benoit. Fitzwater. Benoit. Okay. This is 3 of the 4 people who are not locked in this duel. And with them being almost bottom 3, all 3 of them might not make it. There's only 3 spots missing. And all 3 might miss. Right now, Pericles, as long as Pericles finishes in front of all 3 of the others, he's fine. Duh, we're fucked. Back out, back out, back out, back out. Oh my god. Ah! Don't do that. Oh my god, Ard Pit. Yeah, hard pit. Tire rub. When they pit for just tires, that's a tire rub. So a tire rub on the 27, not what he wants to see. But Ard's locked in. He doesn't have to worry about that. Pericles, you don't need to be this aggressive. You just need to stay in front of the other 3 and you're guaranteed in. Just relax. You too, Duncan. You're already in. You guys are already locked in your current spot. Don't kill each other. Relax. God damn. And now Faber has lost a spot to Rowe and is now possibly losing one to Ryback as Ryback trying to launch on Paulson blocks the 83. He comes back. That is too tight. Good action though. Good fighting though. And now Jackson's back in this. Rowe is going to begin his try to track down the 17. Yeah, it makes sense that they're being aggressive. It is the duel. Yeah, track position important, especially for Gatineau. This track can be a little difficult to pass on at times. And Paulson going to try the outside of Faber. This means he's possibly going for a crossover, but Jackson's going to close that possibility off as Jackson gets Ryback and is now going to try to go after the 83. Benjako still relaxed out front. He's got a 2:19.9. He needs to put in a good hot lap to set the stage for Duel 2. Give them a marker. I have a ping. Who pinged me? Someone pinged. Oh, I don't care about that. Head through. Faber and Paulson battle for third. Paulson's got the advantage here. And he'll close the door before they even get to the chicane. Yeah, and that's going to be Paulson into third. Faber not doing so hot right now. Duncan into clean air. Pericles trying to get into clean air. Again, you just have to worry about these 3 back here. There's 4 people in this, so as long as you beat the 3 of them, you're locked. Bro, winning isn't a bad ending. Bro's a good driver. What do you mean? Bro's great. He's nepotism. Yeah, I know he's my driver, but I like him. He's Rowe. Leave him be. Boy. Ryback trying to hold on to what he's got. He's dropped a little bit. And now Takayoma, they were in the rookie class together. And now they're fighting it out here. Don't dump him into pit road. She is in prime position to dump him into pit road. Okay. Get to the inside. Oh, Paulson, the reigning champ. Fastest lap of the race from the 83. Pushing the 47. And now a big launch here. Contact! Oh my God. Former title rivals. They were title rivals at the opposing guy's team. Back when Paulson was at Clever Haas and Rowe was at Maverick. And an absolutely... I was aggressive. Off the track goes Takayoma. That's going to lead Angel down the inside. Freeze is just kind of chilling back here. But right now would be about 20th. If it ends where we stand. And Ard back in with another tire rub. More tire rubs for the 27. That's not what you want to see. You hate to see it. What do you mean, what is Mark not doing up there? Mark's doing okay. Not doing amazing. He'd still be like, oh wait, he just took 2 spots in 1 lap. Wait a second. Wait, why did Mark not just take 2 positions in a single lap? Wait, yeah, no, there is a problem here. If Fitzwater getting himself in a little more of a comfortable position, but not a great one. He'd still just have to beat 1 more person, though. As Benjako just trying to keep it out front of the 83. Jackson trying to close into these 3. And we head down the hill again. We're coming to the 2 to go. Paulson is the fastest guy right now. He got through Rowe. And the reigning champ is now tracking down Alex Benjako. Mazda trying to open their first race. And, well, yeah, technically their first race with a win. They're trying to win their first race of the year in their first race of the year in their first race period. Benjako for Mazda coming to take the 2 to go this time. Faber now falling into the clutches of Sean Angel. 2 laps to go for Alex Benjako and Shock Ellison Racing. This is the first time that they have not played second to another team in a manufacturer. They played second to Roush when they were Ford. They played second to Full Frontal when they were Chevy. And they played second to Maverick when they were Honda. But at Mazda, they lead the charge. They lead the movement for Mazda. But they got their former manufacturer and their former manufacturer leader in the form of Maverick breathing down their neck. Here is Paulson. Oh boy. And now Jackson fights with Rowe for 3rd. Benjako was able to defend the first challenge. He's just got to defend for 1.5 more laps. That's it. Just 1.5 more. Oh, but it's not looking good. Paulson down the inside. Rowe back down the inside of Jackson. We got 2 battles going on at the front. Benjako tries to shut him off. Not going to work. Paulson. That doesn't give you a good run, though. I think Benjako intentionally backed off to try to get the good run. And he did. Here he comes again. Benjako pulled back to try to get the good run up the hill. He's right on the rear. He has to retaliate now if he wants any chance of beating him. But he might. He might! Oh, he has the quarter panel! They are locked bumper to bumper down the hill! Oh, it's a good one. Benjako's not going to give up yet. Both of them not a good line. Jackson's coming. Last year's winner of not the opener, but the race at Gatineau. Benjako down the inside again. Not quite. He's given everything he's got. He'll back off again. Get ready for another challenge. Don't dump him. Oh, they clipped. They clipped there. Benjako is all over the back of Paulson. White flag. Paulson's going defensive. Oh, nope. He's gone back to the high line. Benjako, is he going to lie in wait? Big bump. He's got the bumper on him. He'll back off again. Jackson's in it now. Oh, Paulson a little wide there. He's going to have a pretty bad entry into this corner. Benjako backs off. He'll try to get the run up the hill. Angel versus Rowe back there. This is such an intense match. Benjako has given him everything. You can tell he's pushing for this win for Mazda. Here he comes, late break, late break. Down the inside, here we go again. Benjako down the inside for the lead. Jackson, you gotta help your teammate. He will. I think he's on the low line. He is. He's gonna push his teammate. Benjako around the outside. Contact. Jackson's gonna win for Paulson. Oh my God, he got it back. Up the hill. Oh, what a way to start the year. Two Mavericks trying to track down a Mazda in their first race. Jackson's there. Oh my God, this is awesome. This is Road Gatineau. Jackson for the lead. What a plot twist. Down the hill. Paulson's now the one in wait. Hoping for a mistake. Jackson versus Benjako. They both run wide. Benjako's got it. What a battle for the win. Benjako had to earn that one. And he will. That's what Gatineau's all about. That's what Gatineau's all about. And 2 corners to go. He's never won a full race, but he'll win his first duel as through the final corner, he fend off the challenge from 2 Mavericks at once. And Alex Benjako, Mazda's first win of the year, he wins Duel 1. And locks himself to row 2 on the grid in the opener. What an epic battle for the win. Jackson brings it home P2. Paulson in P3. Angel in P4. Rowe, Ryback, Takayoma, Freeze, Duncan, Pericles locks himself into the full opener since 3 people are behind him and only 3 people miss. Pericles is safe. Faber. Oh, not a good race for Faber. He dropped like a stone. Mark Nutt, Shane Vincent, Morgan Fuller, William Brock, Benoit Letheravine, then Fitzwater. Scott and Jones are in big trouble. Big trouble for all 3 of these guys. Fitzwater in 17th, Scott in 18th, Jones in 19th. Shock locked in P20, and Ard dead last, but he is also locked in. Those tire rubs really hurt him. What a final lap. I want to take a look before we end off this duel at that battle for the win. That was amazing. These 3 gave it everything they had. I did not expect Jackson to put up as much of a fight as he did, but he went for it just as hard as Benjako did, and we came into this hairpin. Big dive out of Benjako. Jackson lies in wait. You see here, he thinks about it, backs off, heads to his teammate's side. I thought he was helping his teammate, but instead he was trying to get his teammate out of the way, pushes him to the side, takes his line away. Up the hill we went. Benjako having 2 Mavericks side by side. Jackson, a huge run on the outside of the right-hand sweeper. Not a place you'd normally see someone get a huge run, but he did. And he would launch it on Alex Benjako right here. Onto the curb goes Benjako. They are side by side down the hill. They traded positions. And down into the chicane, Jackson knew he wasn't going to get it. He had to back off. And Alex Benjako brings it home for Mazda and Shock Allison Racing. P1 in duel number 1. What a performance. What a show they just put on for us. And Alex Benjako is a duel winner, but he's not a race winner. I'm going to go 2020, round 1, duel 1. There it is. We do not know who is locked in, as obviously it's down to what happens in duel 2. There's a lot of people in duel 2 that we will have to go over. But congratulations, Alex Benjako. He will line up on row 2 of the grid. Keep in mind the fastest lap will decide whether it's going to be on the inside or the outside. 2:19.748. So, great job. Great job for them. Mark Nutt had a huge net gain. Almost 10 spots. He'll be lining up around 25th, I believe. 25th, 26th. So, there it is. It's been exported. I'm saving that replay just for my own purposes. Because that was, what a duel. As we're going to get duel 2 set up here in just a moment. Gotta go in. And then I just gotta set it up on the grid, and we will be good to go. Yeah, I had it. I put it on screen just so that I knew. I could always come back to the stream in a minute. That in a second. That was fun. Aiden, you know your mic is muted, right? He's dead. He is dead. Okay. Gotta set up for duel 2. Benjako, you are a stewards. You're allowed to come in.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about right. Duel 1. It's finished, and I'm just gonna be setting up duel 2 here in just a moment. In chat so I can continue talking to you guys while I am. Yeah, Aiden muted. I don't know what's going on with him, but oh boy, I hope that we get one pretty quickly. We also get a good show in duel 2 as well, because we got some interesting names here in duel 2. Compared to duel 1, there's a lot of the names you're used to in duel 1, but this one's a little weird. What? Here we go. Duel number 2. I mean, like I said, you're a steward, Benjako. You're allowed in here. You do you. We are going to go through the order here. Or duel number 2. Roman Rahal. Back in the 33 this year. He is not in his number 1. The number 1, the authority for the number 1 went to Maverick and Cordell Paulson, but they opted not to use the number 1. That's why Paulson's back in the 83 this year. Roman Rahal, though, starting his year off well. Rahal was absolutely amazing last year. He was the best driver on the grid. Let's be honest. He was the best driver on the grid last year. But in an underfunded B-rank car, he just did not do well. Well, he did not do well enough to really be considered the best stats of the year, but I would definitely consider Ray Hall the best driver on the grid last year. He was on fire in that one car for Ditech Motorsports, a B-ranked car, kept it in the top 10 all year, locked himself in on points in the Royale, P5 in points at the time. Absolutely amazing. Ray Hall, prime threat this year. Now that he's in a B plus car instead of a B, car's a little bit better funded, a little bit faster, much better. On his outside, or his inside, keep in mind, the outside is better. It's the preferred line because of the first hairpin. You want to be on the outside in one because you are set up way better in the hairpin. Chris Louviere, his rookie season, he's starting outside pole in Duel 2. Absolutely amazing qualifying for Louviere. He's coming off of a few years of good experience in PLS. So he's coming up here just about as prepared as Ard was when he came up. So lots of high hopes for Chris Louviere and the guy next to him. We'll talk about him in a sec. But A is Full Frontal and Shock Allison. B plus is Trailblazer and U. It was a really close run between the four, and we had to split you 2 and 2. Yeah. SAR is A, Ditech is B plus. Chris Louviere, lots of high hopes for him. We'll see how he can do. And the other guy who's probably just as prepared as him, Tristan Woolite for Maverick Wolf in that 98 Menards Honda Accord. Joining in the new era on the best team on the grid with a new sponsor, a new number for the team, and there's some good high hopes. He was second in preseason testing. Will Hoyt came out swinging in preseason testing. I believe Louviere did as well, though. These two were rivals back in PLS, and I think the rivalry might continue. I think we might see some decent battle in this race between the two of them. But before, it was Will Hoyt being the one in underfunded equipment back in PLS, with him being in the B plus and Louviere being in the A plus. And now the roles have swapped. Louviere's in a B, and Will Hoyt's in the A plus. So we'll see if Louviere can take the challenge to him. Alongside the guy who did win preseason testing, this is Eric Monaco. Oh boy, he wants to win a title this year. He doesn't want to be the guy on Maverick without a title. He's been in the shadow of Paulson Jackson, and now he's coming out and trying to go for a title this year. And he started out strong in preseason testing. Circle K, not Kmart. I know. Gosh. And Eric Monaco looking to be a strong threat this year. Row 3, you got Gatlin Downey. The Tabasco Fiasco car. Downey had a pretty good year last year, despite his big penalty they had in the middle of the year for his incident with Benjako. Downey still had a fairly good year. He was fairly fast, did not get a win. Lots expected him to get a win last year, but he didn't get it. He came close a few times. But new Tabasco car, much different than last year's car, and he's hoping to go for a win this year. Alongside Roger Ray, had a terrible qualifying run. The entirety of last year, he was the timesheet zero, was what he was. Motorsport Manager has that stat that's timesheet hero. He was the opposite of that. He was not good in qualifying at all. But actually a decent qualifying to start the year this year. Riga Roy, trying to bring home the Disruptor. Now with a new manufacturer under Mazda, hoping to bring some good results in that 99. Steven Thompson on the PT Cup grid this year for Trailblazer. Blue has joined in with that team instead of being on the 7 because the 7 has cheese balls. So Blue on the 0, and we actually never got to see the 0 PT car run when Bobo Jones ran it because it never qualified. But Thompson trying to qualify for his first race. He's not locked in because he's a PT Cup driver, but we'll see if he can lock himself in here today. This driver is not locked in is something you're going to hear a few times in this lineup. Speaking of not locked in, Aiden Shepard on a new team this year with Texas Pete Hot Sauce. No Aveline. But it kind of sucks. That kind of blows for him. There's no Aveline on that car. But Shepard on the 25 for Anjato, a new team for him. New team, new sponsor, and he's not locked into this race. he'll have to beat 3 people. He just has to beat 3 people, which could include Fitzwater, Bubba Jones, and Philip Scott. He's just got to do decent in this race, and he's beat them all. He's fine, but he's got to do it. On row, this would be row 5. Sebastian Morandi returning to the full-time grid for the first time since 2013. Irrelevant for being completely irrelevant back in 2013. Dead last in points. A terrible driver. He was a terrible driver back then, but he's learned a lot since then. Had some great runs in PLS, a few wins, fought for a title in PLS last year, and he is finally returned on the full-time grid. In the privateer, 28 for Curtis Racing. We'll see what he can do. He's just got to lock himself in. He is not locked into this event, but he's starting decent, so we'll see if he can. Alongside him, Tim Randolph. Also not locked into this event. Again, you're going to keep hearing this. With Roush Performance Parts on the 36, he moved away from Ditech. Ditech did not want to keep him around, and he went to the part-time 36 for Roush Racing Enterprises. This could be his chance to turn his career around. The former teammate to Malorad Ryback in PLS and in SPS needs to pull something together if he doesn't want to head back down to PLS next year. This might be his last chance before he would be forced down to the lights once more. Dan Bartlett on row 6. Bartlett is locked in. He doesn't have to worry about that. Bartlett coming into this season possibly could be his last chance at the team as well. Bartlett did not have a good year last year. He was expected to have a good one last year, and he just didn't. Bartlett may be on the edge here, but a good year could turn it around. Alongside Cole Scott making his SPS debut, the son of Chevrolet Motorsports team owner Travis Scott, driving for Mazda with Shock Allison Racing with Steak and Shake by his side. Cole, going to try to put together a good performance. He was an amazing rookie last year in PLS, and he's trying to put together a good result for his debut performance here in the Pro Series. Not the Elite Series, the Pro Series. Allie Nelson, in her rookie campaign, has 3 different schemes she's running this year. The first time we've ever had 3 schemes on a car. Jack Daniels 07, Fire, and Honey. 3 different Jack Daniels kinds on that car for this year. But starting out with just the normal 07. And Nelson absolutely on fire last year. She was in the Pro Series car last year. She was nearly unstoppable if it wasn't for that tire going down. But Allie Nelson could be a big threat. She is locked into the opener. She doesn't have to worry about it. And alongside is Cody Lamas in the Lowe's number 48 for Fitzwater Australia Racing. He is not locked in. Needs to fight his way in. As we creep towards the back of the grid, it's getting more and more dangerous. Lamas needs to do something here. He needs to put together a good result. Stay ahead of, unfortunately, his teammate, Fitzwater. He'd have to probably beat Fitzwater, but there are a few people back here who he could also beat, including Audrey Baranowska's moving from Bavarian Thunder Racing to Red Stallion into the Ford program. But Baranowska's an amazing year last year in the 54, moves to a lower team and could help this team thrive. Bobo Jones is pretty much screwed, so Baranowska is going to have to carry the torch for that team if she wants to put together a good result. Alongside Yuki Tamura making her SPS debut for Gold Spark Energy for Southeast Motorsports in their part-time campaign. And Tamura, a great road ringer. Tamura is a great road ringer and a great qualifier. It was unexpected that she didn't qualify well, but it was her first start. She's getting used to these cars, getting used to the motions. I think over time we could see Tamura thrive into a great driver. We're getting near the back of the grid. Jack Benjako is locked in onto the grid despite being this far back. Doesn't have to worry about it. You don't got to worry about it, Benjako. Despite being this far back, it's going to be a struggle for a good qualifying position. Doesn't have to worry about being locked in, along with DJ Curtis near the back of the grid. Was expected to do great last year. Didn't. Monarch seems to have that kind of pattern, which Freeze is expected to do great this year. So, fear. But Curtis, starting near the back of the grid, locked in though. They had the other sports points to do it, so Curtis just got to put together a good qualifying here in this duel, and we'll see what he can do. And finishing up last row is the Downey Autosport crew. This is PJ Karenko and Gerard Aron. I do not actually know. I believe one of the two is locked in. I believe it's, PJ Karenko. PJ Karenko is locked in. So Krenko with that Netflix number 69 is locked in. Doesn't have to worry about it. Former driver of Fitzwater, Australia, all the way back in the first few seasons. Drove for Fallout and is now driving full-time once again in the Pro Series, this time for Downey Autosport. And that's alongside Gerard Ron, who it was a surprise that Skylar Johnson did not go into this car. Many people were shocked that Skylar Johnson did not join PJ Krenko at Downey Autosport, but Gerard Ron actually had a good preseason testing. Like, him being down here after his preseason testing is surprising. Gerard Ron had an amazing preseason testing, and a good result here could really solidify that maybe he has something in him after all. Been here since season 1, never won a race. Could this year be his year? Look to the front. It definitely was an unpopular hire, but might work out. You never know. Gerard has shown good stuff in the past. 30 seconds left. We didn't get to fully talk about, but yeah. Front row lockout for Roush Racing Enterprises. Max Anderson, in his first start for the team, locks the front row with his teammate Scott Roush and the team leader. And they're going to be a big threat in this race. Benjako is going to be one of the 2 cars behind them. And now here we are going to decide who is going to be the second car behind them. Skylar Johnson now driving for Chevron. Part-time. We'll see her later this year. But here we go. Duel number 2. No mechanical, so we are going to get going. Roman Rahal leads him down to the green flag here. Pontiac leads it to the green in both of the 2 duels, but it's Rahal's turn to take the reins as we are green in duel number 2. Eric, what a start! Will Hoyt just pushing the back of the 33. We are 3 by 3. Heading into 1. Big contact. Big push from Will Hoyt. Wow, Will Hoyt. He is not playing around. And Will Hoyt makes a power play to go for position. Rahal gonna fight back against Louviere for the lead. What a power move out of Will Hoyt. Did not want to get forced wide. He was not going to be playing second to anyone. Will Hoyt is here to play. But so is Eric. The top 2 in preseason testing swarms the front. Louviere. Chris Louviere for Anjato leads the charge. Will Hoyt! Oh my God, Will Hoyt! He tried it on Rahal there. Will Hoyt is not playing around. Will Hoyt is not playing games. We head up the hill. It is Chris Louviere, the rookie. For Anjato with Slim Jim by his side. Dogecoin by his side. He actually drove with Dogecoin in a Royale start he had about 3 years ago. And yeah, Will Hoyt forces Eric to check up, is able to keep third, and through lap 1, so far, we are clean. That could change in a moment's notice, though. So many people not locked in. So many people are going to be super aggressive to try to get positions because there are too many people here who are not locked in. Bartlett goes wide. He doesn't have to worry about being locked in. That's a mistake he can deal with. Look at the chaos. But Louviere is out front and running away. Downey trying to launch on Eric again. Downey's going first off. Again, just need to be ahead of 3 people who are not locked in. Right now, that would be Gerard Aron, Cody Lamas, and Yuki Tamura are the back of the field. Except for the fact that I believe Tamura's ahead of where Fitzwater was. Lamas is ahead of where Scott was, which means they might be locked in. It would be Aron, Jones, and Scott right now who are not locked. Those are the 3 that would have to worry. Monarch is suffering, but they're locked. They don't have to worry about it. And Will Hoyt going for second here on Rahal. Oh, backing off. It seems he's cut his aggression down. Now that lap 1's over and he's not going to get pushed back, I think Will Hoyt knows that aggression is just not the way to go. He does not have to worry about getting on the second row. He is starting in the top 10 where he is. But he'll go for second anyway. A late launch on the 33. And Wilhoit, this would put him on row 3 on the grid. A huge run for the rookie. We could have a rookie 1-2 in this. Wilhoit cuts off Rahal. Rahal going to try to launch back maybe. Yes. Rahal's got the experience. Head up the hill again. We are still clean. I'm actually surprised we're clean. That's weird. Lamas pushed behind Iran. Now Iran might be locked in here. Cole trying to stay alive for his first start. Because he's on the cusp of the people who are not locked in. Tamora versus Iran. Iran's going for it. But now Tamora going on Cole. All these people back here battling for their spots. And yes, Wilhoit was able to keep it on Rahal. That's big. Little mistake out of Wilhoit though. Rahal might come back now. Oh, but Wilhoit makes him go wide. And he'll keep the position. Roger Ray now pushing his way in. Good job, Ray. Trying to get Mazda another good spot. Nelson in the top 10. Trying to get the team a good spot. Look at Mazda go. They are absolutely pushing it to the limits. Showing that they are here to play. And now Ray and Rahal do battle. Wilhoit trying to defend second and possibly go after your leader. Wilhoit was not the fastest. It was Roger Ray who was. As Ray around the outside. And I think Rahal just broke down. Yes, his brakes are gone. Park it up, park it up, park it up. He will park it right there. That is a nice safe spot, Rahal. And Rahal will park the car there. Unfortunate end to the duel for him. He's locked. He doesn't have to worry about that. But it's an unfortunate end for the pole sitter. That gives Ray an extra position. But what that does a lot for this, actually. Because that gives Tamora, Iran, Cole Scott, Cody Lamas, these guys get a little bit of extra space. It gives them a little bit more breathing room. Now Cole Scott on Gerard Iran. Look at that. There we go. Nelson in the wall. Avoid, avoid. Kranko checks up. Everyone checking up. Good job. Good job, everyone. Lamas held up. Nelson. Around and in the wall. The first incident of the duel. But luckily...
I just came back to see that.
Yeah, Nelson around. You did not see the end of the first duel.
I saw, I got to check up a little bit on everything.
There was an absolutely amazing battle for the win in Duel 1.
Benjako did a great job.
Yeah, good job. Oh, Ray off the track. That's fine. He's fine, though. Ray is going to get back going. And now, the rivals from PLS. Welcome back. Louvier and Wilhoit had some battles in PLS and are now back again. And Wilhoit 2:19.4. And that guarantees that Duel 2 will be the faster duel. This is the battle for third on the grid. Just like that. An amazing lap out of Tristan Wilhoit will guarantee that this is the fight for third on the grid. Great job, Wilhoit. Why is Wilhoit the fastest guy in the duels? He's a rookie. Rookies shouldn't be this fast. Oh God, Iran. Iran is going. Starts passing his teammate.
I think Iran had help from that incident.
He did. Lamas got held up big time, and now he's basically screwed. Nelson's not giving up. Of course she's not. She's Allie Nelson. Why would she give up? Downey versus Eric. Still, these two kept battling through everything, and now Downey gets the spot over Eric. People up here, though, like Randolph, Thompson, they're locked in. Morandi's locked in. Baranowska's is locked in.
Thompson's not locked in.
In the current spot, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Because only 3 people miss. Right now, that would be Lamas, Jones, and Scott? Because Curtis is the blanket here. That gives Cole Scott the advantage. Yeah, let's get a replay on Allie Nelson. What happened to her? I see she was around Thompson. Oh, they are just nose to tail here, huh? This ain't gonna go well. Oh no, this is no one's fault. This is no one's fault. That's not anyone's fault.
Everybody just kind of...
That was all 3 of their faults, let me correct.
Everybody tried to make a pass and somebody was super defensive.
Yeah, all of them were aggressive there. They all fought for that. As we continue to come down this hill, Wilhoy is relaxed a little bit. I think he's just kind of deciding whether it's worth it to actually fight this, or whether to just take your 5th place on the grid and run. Eric, once again, going to challenge back on Downey here, it seems like soon. Randolph out on his own. He's locked in where we are. Thompson's locked in where we are. Morandi, Baranowska's. All those people, Gerard Ron, Yuki Tamura. Even Cole Scott, where we are right now, is locked in. We are looking at Cody Lamas, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., and Bobo Jones. Cody Lamas could still possibly get... Or no, not Zachary Fitzwater Sr., not Zachary Fitzwater Sr. Sorry. Cody Lamas, Philip Scott, and Bobo Jones. But Cody Lamas getting DJ Curtis would put Fitzwater in jeopardy. So that's the dilemma here.
Oh.
Yuki Tamura, that road course prowess. Now going on PJ Karenko. They fought down in PLS a few times. But Karenko full-time, Tamura still only part-time. Yeah, Yuki Tamura really just pushing it there. And there it is, Lamas gets Curtis and now puts Fitzwater on the bubble.
Oh, that's 3 wide.
No, it's not. Cole's going to get the advantage there. Yep.
Close.
Curtis trying to put Fitzwater back in position. Actually, we'll see. Can he get the... Oh my god, you guys. No. Curtis will back off. Putting Fitzwater now in jeopardy. And once again, these two are battling. These two are not leaving each other alone. They actually had a few battles last season, if I'm correct. Two have fought a few times. Eric and Downey. Rivalry, question mark. Will Hoyt seems to have calmed down. I think Will Hoyt is worrying less and less about Chris here.
I'm really waiting for a mistake.
Waiting for a mistake. He's being patient. He's not as aggressive as he was in the early race. He's playing it very professionally, actually.
He's catching, honestly, though.
For a rookie, he's playing this very well.
I mean, he's closing on that 2 car.
Yep. Little mistake in the S's was what Will Hoyt needed to get there, but he's still not close enough to really challenge. Ray is in no man's land. There is nobody within 3 seconds of Roger Ray. I think he's got third pretty good. Oh, now he's close. Yeah, Will Hoyt does not want to lose Chris Louviere to a former rival. Well, they're still rivals, basically, because they're both in the rookie class together. Fighting for Rookie of the Year. Will Hoyt is the obvious favorite for Rookie of the Year. And I think a bump and run in this hairpin's in order.
Seemed like he tried to set up for it in the hairpin before.
I think a bump and run's in order. He's in a good position to break really late, give him the bumper, and go down his inside. No bumper. He'll go for a late move anyway. Louvier on the curve. They're side by side. Former rivals. Former teammates. Battling it out for the lead in Duel 2. Oh! And Chris is going to keep it. As Ray, watching it from afar. Really nothing he can do to influence this. How's this going back here? Oh, Curtis got by Lamas again. Now Lamas is back in jeopardy. Ray Hall still in the pits. He's not giving up on fixing that car. But here we go. The 5. Oh yeah, he's in 9th. He was near the back. Good.
I feel like they're trying to fix that car for the race.
Mistake again. Louvier. An opening.
All over him.
And here we go again. Coming to the wire. Are we about to get another good finish? This time between former... Well, not former. They are not former rivals. They are still rivals, Kyle.
It's former everything. Everything's former.
They're former teammates. They're former teammates here. And he's got the nose. He'll have to use the outside here, though. He's going really low. I think he's just trying to get just enough so that he can slip underneath.
Trying to get the side slip.
Yep. He was trying to get just enough to get back behind him. To set him up. Louvier's a sitting duck here. White flag. Is he going here? Nope. Stick it behind.
Oh, Louvier's blocking.
Keep the pressure. Ray is watching this in excitement, I'm guessing. Oh, not a good run. Not what he wanted. Could Chris Louvier bring it home?
He's going to have to set up for this corner. He's got to...
He's too far. He's too far back. He's got to go late. Louvier goes defensive. Wilhoit doesn't care. Oh, he's going to have to back off here. Yep. It's not over. He could still have places to pull it off, but it's a lot more difficult from here. It was a tall order with how far back he was for Wilhoit to get the spot. The fact that he's brought it this close is impressive in itself. I think Louvier might have just enough to keep it away. Yep. I think Wilhoit's given up. It was a tall order, Wilhoit. You had such a tall order to get through him, and you almost did. The fact that you got as close as you did was stupid impressive. And both of them make a mistake in there, and that means a new manufacturer got Duel 1, and a new team will get it in Duel 2. Louvier got the lead, got a good enough of a gap. Wilhoit tracked him down, gave him a fight, but it just isn't enough. Finally out on track comes Roman Rahal, and Chris Louvier wins on debut in Duel 2. Wilhoit takes second. Ray 3 seconds away from everybody takes third. Monaco will win the battle against Downey in 4th. Fastest lap is Wilhoit. Downey in 5th. Randolph in 6th. Thompson in 7th. These people are locked in. Baranowska's in 8th. Very impressive and locked in. Jack Benjako, a huge run back from the back of the field to 9th. He was already locked in before, but a much better starting position for him. Morandi in 10th. He's locked in. Tamura. Yuki Tamura will go for her debut. Locked in. Karenko was already locked in. Shepard will make a start. Locked in. Where is Cole Scott? And Cole! Damaged and limping. Oh, there's gonna be drama about this one. Because something happened to Cole. There's gonna be some drama. And I think someone's gonna be upset. Was it here? Where was it?
I'm back.
Cole Scott got dumped by Cody Lamas for the transfer. Oh no. Oh no.
People happy.
Cody.
Oh, that's bad.
Cody.
That's the
You
worst
can't
scenario.
you can't do that, Cody. You can't do that. You can't do that, Lamas. That's not allowed. They're not gonna let you take that. Stewards are not gonna let you get away with that. And Cody Lamas dumps Cole Scott on the final lap to try to get the transfer. Unfortunate for Cole Scott. Unfortunate. And
Thomas got too desperate.
he did. He would actually try to get Curtis on the last lap. That's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Yeah, Oran did enough. He kept himself consistent. He was actually higher before. He must have dropped off. Makes me sad. He was looking fast, actually. In the end, Chris Louviere takes it home. Gonna have some words between the rivals. And there it is. Duel 2. Chris Louviere will line up third, which means it is a Ford top 3. With Alex Benjako starting 4th. We're gonna need to figure things out. Yeah, Fitzwater, it's probably gonna happen. Lots to discuss now. But Chris Louviere, it is a rookie top 2. 3 rookies in this field. Nelson got wrecked, but Louviere and Wilhoit top 2 the duel. Very good job. Louviere took advantage of early chaos to get out in front and run away. Gave it your best, Wilhoit. I think it might be 07-26-48. I think you might be right on that. It'll be reviewed. It'll be looked at. Congratulations to Chris Louviere and Alex Benjako winning your duels. 2 people who have never won before and are now winners in duels, but are going to have to go for an actual win. And that wraps up the duels here at Road Gatineau. We will be doing final practice, and then it'll be the race, where we will decide the winner of the opener. Which openers are crown jewel events? Winning a crown jewel is a big thing. See if anyone can bring it home. But we can guarantee people like Nick Pericles, Stephen Thompson, Tim Randolph, Audrey Baranowska, Sebastian Morandi is back. Yuki Tamura, first career start. Aiden Shepard. Hey, Aiden, you made it. But lots to go over at the bottom of the grid. That wraps up the stream here. Thank you guys for coming out. A fairly decent audience. Peaked at 12 viewers. Nice. But yeah. We see you all later. I'll see you guys in VC in just a moment. See you all in Race 1 2020 season next time.